Hey everyone, welcome back to Destination Full-Time, and today we have something very exciting for you.
The number one question we get while traveling on the road is how do you stay connected?
Right.
And today we're going to cover those topics from Starlink to T-Mobile to Verizon to AT&T. Are there other options? Why, yes, there actually is. We're going to let you know what we use and how it's worked for us as we've traveled the country for the last 4.5 years. Why does the internet matter to us? Well, first of all, we work full-time on the road.
And we couldn't do this lifestyle if we didn't have good internet.
Second of all, how are you seeing this right now? We had to upload the video, which takes a lot of bandwidth.
Right.
Because we film in 4K.
Also, we like to watch our favorite shows when we have time to watch shows. But most importantly, how else would I plan all this amazing travel that we're doing?
How would she?
So let's start with the big one, Starlink.
Yeah, Starlink has been a game changer. We started out with the Gen 2 Starlink. We've used it for a couple years. We just recently upgraded to the Gen 3 because it was on sale for $175. You can't beat it.
Right. But it's not perfect. It's not perfect. In fact, you have to have an open air, no trees, unobstructed view to the sky in order for it to be perfect.
I will say I believe the Gen 3 works a little better in a treed area or area with trees, however you want to say that. But the Gen 2 did not work so well around trees. Gen 3 still, even then, clear skies is when you get the best performance.
And that means asking at the campground when you're booking a site, I know everybody asks for shade, but I really would like an open site.
Yeah, we're weird. We most people like a nice shady site. We like a nice wide open site because our Starlink's going to perform better that way.
Exactly.
I will say though, the con to Starlink is it is the priciest internet connection that we have. Next up is Verizon. It is also very pricey.
Yeah, the plan pricing is pretty high.
Yeah, but and you know what? It's cellular. We have a PepWave router, and we use a cellular SIM card in it. It works pretty good, but there's a lot of areas where it just doesn't give us enough performance to work solely on that. And we'll talk about how we can combine some of these options later on in the video, so stay tuned for that.
Next, we should have T-Mobile home internet. And that one has really surprised us.
Yeah, I am shocked. This is the cheapest option that we have. T-Mobile home internet has performed really well almost everywhere we've been. We've been in a few very isolated areas where there was really no cell coverage whatsoever. But 5G through T-Mobile home internet has performed, I would say, consistently the best, even better than Starlink, because if you're in a tree area, you're probably going to get T-Mobile still if you're in an area that you can get cellular.
Right.
So all in all, T-Mobile for the price has been the best option so far that we've talked about.
So far.
We're still talking about stuff though. Don't go away yet.
Next, we have AT&T.
In my opinion, AT&T sucks.
Oh, wow. Tell us what you really think, Jason.
Yeah, I don't like it. Matter of fact, I'm actively looking for... We have AT&T cell phone plans. So for us, AT&T means that we would connect our cell phones to be able to use those. We barely have signal enough to talk in most places with AT&T. I'm just giving the honest opinion. You see it all the time because...
Oh, I get so frustrated when I'm on a work call and they're like, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying.
So then we have to make sure the phones are set up for Wi-Fi calling, and that does help some. But AT&T, I would say, probably not the best, and we probably spend too much money on our cell phones. But that is our cell phone plan. We do not have an individual SIM that goes into the router for AT&T. But my opinion, AT&T just doesn't cut it.
Well, maybe we need to switch our phone plans.
I've been thinking about that.
So what do we actually use? I'm going to blow your mind. We use all of them. All of them.
Yeah, we do use all of them, including sometimes rare occasions, we've even used Wi-Fi from the campground.
What?
Yeah. That's a rare one, though. Very rare. Very, very rare. So let's talk about our setup. Our setup is a PepWave cellular modem router. And you may ask what that does. And that basically takes the signals from AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Starlink, and it can take all those signals and merge them into one. And basically,
so like it's one big strong signal.
It's like one big, think of it as a big signal, and as if, let's say that T-Mobile dropped out, you still have the other three keeping your connection firm, keeping you on those video conference calls, keeping you on video calls with your boss that you don't want static and you don't want to drop out. But that's what we use, is the PepWave router, and it's worked really well. We have not upgraded to the latest and greatest, but it works great. All these signals combined is really the way you have to do things if you want to work like we do and do video calls and have a very, very strong signal.
Now, we might be crazy, but you don't need all that if you're not working.
You don't. There's no easy answer for internet, guys. That you cannot, one size does not fit all. And that's the thing. We've done videos in the past explaining the exact setup. I'll link that video up here. We just wanted to do a quick one just to give you an update on what we're using. Mm-hmm. Again, we use it all. We did just recently upgrade with the Starlink. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is, if you just need to do a little email, watch a little Netflix, you probably don't need all that.
You could just probably do T-Mobile, right?
You could do T-Mobile. You have to pick what you need to do and what your expectations are. You know, we're growing a third eye in our head because we've got so much microwaves running around us from all the cellular that we use. Yeah, I mean, look. It's the reality. When we first went full-time, we knew this was going to be our biggest expense.
And has been.
And it has been. It is absolutely monthly the biggest expense when you add all that together.
But it keeps us on the road, and it gives us the ability to work and travel, and that's something that a lot of people just don't have. So we're using that advantage. We're taking advantage. I said that wrong, didn't I?
No, absolutely. You're absolutely right. We are taking advantage of all of them. And we also have a cellular antenna on top of our RV that we added to bring in better signals because, again, just using a hotspot and some of those signals just don't come in very strong. So we're able to use an enhanced antenna to make the reception even better. Again,
and it works while I'm going down the road.
It does. Now that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. You know, there are Starlink mounts now that you can put on the roof of your RV so you can stay connected to Starlink while traveling. We haven't seen that as a need yet. We don't have to do that much work while traveling. Our system does stay connected with the 12-volt system in our RV, so we do keep power, to our system, so we're able to get Wi-Fi while going down the road.
Yeah, because I usually tend to work.
Yeah, you will do some stuff. But so we do have it as we're mobile as well.
So the biggest thing you have to worry about is redundancy. What is that?
Redundancy. Well, if you want to work like we do, I've already mentioned you want to have multiple options. Right. Again, you might have a strong signal or decent signals from all the providers, but then again, T-Mobile might not work where Verizon does. Same thing with AT&T, same thing with Starlink. Sometimes we have been down to just one.
Yeah.
And, that's a little scary sometimes, but we do it anyway. I really like it when we're wide open and in a place with really good cellular where we can combine them all together, like I mentioned before, and have one unbreakable signal. That's the way to do it. That is really the way to do it. I do want to just say that this one unbreakable signal that I didn't really say what it was called before is called Speed Fusion Cloud. It's part of the PepWave. I'll show you how it works. It's kind of working right now. You see this vision? You see this image? Yep. See, that's how it's working. That's how it's working. It works really well. Unbreakable. Guys, at the end of the day, there's not a one-size-fits-all solution. I think a lot of people are understanding that these days. You have to do what works for you. Again, these are the things that we use. These are the things that work for us. But you have to pick what you need and the way you're going to travel, the way you work, or whatever you need the Wi-Fi or the internet for. Some people are just fine with RV park
right,
Wi-Fi.
because they're just surfing on Facebook
and they don't
whatever.
care. If they don't have it, they don't have it. They go outside and sit by a fire and not worry about it.
Unfortunately, we do have to have it in order to keep doing this.
Exactly. So
we're thankful for the opportunities these 4 different providers give us.
That's right. It's I can only think back years ago where this wasn't an option. We just didn't have options to do this. You could never go and work on the road because you didn't have all these internet options. Now, I would say in all of our years doing this now, we've not had a situation where we couldn't work.
Right.
I have never, knock on wood, had to go somewhere else because of internet. Now, the last but not least thing I will say, if you do need good internet, you need to use tools. Tools meaning you need to be able to look at RV Life or some type of software that shows cell coverage.
Yeah, that's important because everybody else is out there putting the information for you. You just have to pull it up.
RV Life Trip Wizard is what I use a lot of. It's got a whole section that shows you the strengths and the download speeds and upload speeds
of each one of them.
Of each one of the carriers. And that's really nice. We use that in our trip planning. We will never go to a place that has red across the board, meaning that there's no signal. We have gone to places where there's orange and maybe one green and those types of things. And that tends to work out okay. But again, it's planning. You can also pull up each carrier's coverage maps and find out where you're at or where you're going to be, what type of cell coverage there is. And again, if you're going to be in a wide open area, you're pretty safe to say Starlink's going to work.
And there's another one you use when you're checking internet.
You can use Campendium as well. I've kind of fallen away from using that too much lately. I've just been using RV Life and that hasn't failed us yet. So that's pretty much what I've been using. So guys, we hope that these few little tips and examples of what we use help you get out on the road. And if you are still working and you need to have some other additional questions answered, feel free to leave a comment or email us. We're happy to answer any questions.
We want to help you be able to do this lifestyle too.
It is key for those of us that are still working and have remote jobs. We have to have this internet.
Yeah.
If you have another option for internet, feel free, because look, I'm no end-all with this. I have some experience in IT. I know some of you are definitely IT wizards. And if you have a different setup or another setup that works best or better, let us know. Drop a comment, let us know. I'm sure our subscribers would love to see what others are using as well. Again, I think the consensus usually is you need to have a little bit of all of it if you have to have a really good signal all the time. But again, don't feel like you have to do that if you're retired and not having to work. Right. You could go with a $50 a month option, T-Mobile or something like that. Or maybe even your phone, and that would work just fine.
Right.
So guys, hope these tips help you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all of the things. Share this thing too.
Yes, definitely share.
Doesn't everybody want to see my face out there? I mean, I would think they would. Share it. Share it.
Share it because everybody's asking about it. That literally is the most common asked question.
Share it and comment. And again, I'm going to leave the link to the other video we did with very in-depth on what we use. We really haven't changed that much. It's a nerd video. It's a nerd video, but that's okay. Hope this helped you guys out a lot. We tried to not make this nerdy. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
It's nerd free.
Once again, you keep interrupting me, but it's still, we hope that you guys find your next
destination.
Thanks so much for watching.
We sold our house along with almost everything we owned, and we packed up the RV to live a lifestyle on the road. Now we're free from sticks and bricks and that old life we used to know. Come and join on our adventures, all the places that we'll go. And living in the RV is sublime. Destination full time.